allowed Bowen to equalize. The only person I could say had a decent game was Rob Holding. Besides his goal, Rob Holding and Xhaka were a little bit above, head and shoulders above the other playing players on the pitch. Second half comes, we raise our game. Tavares is much better. Holding and Gabriel played better, even though West had a few chances. But for the sake of me, Nketiah should have scored 2 or 3 goals in the second half. He played better. Let's be real. Apart from the players from there. Hi guys, welcome to Soccer with 304. Back again to my reaction of West Ham against Arsenal that ended a few minutes ago, or probably an hour ago. West Ham 1, Arsenal 2. West Ham 1, Arsenal 2. Fantastic result, helping our pursuit of the qualification of the Champions League. We are almost there. Arsenal is almost there. Not the most flamboyant of matches, not the most exciting performance, but we got the result. That's what's most important. It's a result-oriented game. I'm not saying performance shouldn't matter. Definitely performance should matter. But guess what? At the business end of the season, your result matters before the performances. And we got a 2-1 win at the London Stadium at West Ham. Fantastic result. Let's talk about the match. Yeah, the first half was not the brightest. We're a bit lethargic, passive in our passing. Our passes were not sharp enough. Nketiah, Tavares were culprits. Ball bouncing off Nketiah. Tavares making wrong decisions. When he's a young defender, he was pissing me off, to be honest. I had some harsh words to say, but I have to understand he's still a young player. He's coming up. While we don't have Tierney, right? There is no other player we can put at that side of the left back. We just have to help him. And I love the way Xhaka was always supporting Tavares at the left back position. So I understand for such a majority of the fans having some kind of choice word towards Tavares, but at the same time, we need to calm down. During the match, we're going to be upset, definitely going to be livid. We're going to be shouting because of the emotions of the game. At the same time, after calming down, I feel some type of way we kind of was I was hauling towards Tavares. I have to understand that he's a young player. He's very athletic. He doesn't make the best decisions sometimes, but the second half was much improved. He played better in the second half. So sometimes we need to cut some slack. So let's go to the first half before we dive fully to the second half. First half was, like I said, passive, a bit lethargic. We're not moving the ball as sharp as we should. West Ham seemed to be on top sometimes. Both teams were not playing the best. At the same time, West Ham seemed to be better in holding the ball retention, ball movement. So first half wasn't the best, but guess what? We scored the first goal at the 38th minute. Let me confirm that. We scored our first goal. Rob Holding from a set piece, a corner. Rob Holding put in the top bins. Fantastic goal. We're happy. Though we're not playing well, we got the first goal, which is fantastic. Before the first half ends, we concede what I'll call a sloppy goal. What was Gabriel allowing Bowen to shift the ball to his left foot, and he's curled the ball, he hits him and scored? Why? I understand you don't want a handball in the 18-yard in the box, right? Just put your hands behind your back. At the same time, you have to see close down the attacker. What was he doing? Why do you afford so much space to Bowen? He slots it, it bounces off the thighs of Gabriel, and they equalize 1-1. I was livid. I wasn't enjoying it because we've not played the best. But the guy was quiet. Saka was quiet. Martinelli was quiet. Gabriel allowed Bowen to equalize. The only person I could say had a decent game was Rob Holding. Besides his goal, Rob Holding and Xhaka were a little bit above, head and shoulders above the other playing players on the pitch. Second half comes, we raise our game. Tavares is much better. Holding and Gabriel played better, even though West had a few chances. But for the sake of me, Nketiah should have scored 2 or 3 goals in the second half. He played better. His hold-up play was much better. He was not being bullied by Zuma. I was surprised. Zuma is a towering, tall, big athletic defender. But guess what? There were 3 or 4 times Nketiah got the better of Zuma. Let's not forget, Zuma is very towering, he's very athletic, he's a very big central defender, above 6 feet. Nketiah is barely 5'11", but guess what? He was taking on Zuma. And I like that. But unfortunately, that is why you can see why he'll be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. It wasn't just clinical enough. He couldn't finish his meal. He had 2 chances that Fabianski saved comfortably. He had other chance. There was another chance he curled, and he didn't give the necessary call to score. And there was another chance he missed again. But overall, Nketiah raised his game in the second half and gave us more outlet. He was pulling the defenders. He was making sure staying in shoulder the defenders and pulling them away, giving us a route to attack West Ham, which he did very well. Nketiah was better. Tavares played much better. His athleticism showed in the second half, but there was no end product to the chances we were creating. So I think by the 54 minutes, we had on that set piece from a chance Nketiah missed. I think that was a save from Fabianski. There was a corner, just like the first half. We scored another set piece. No, we didn't score from the initial set piece. The set was defended. Then Martinelli crossed it back into the box, and Gabriel Magalhaes was there to head it home. Fabianski tried to save it, but he wasn't able to save from the from the force of the header from Gabriel Magalhaes, which was the second goal. And from there, I like the maturity from these young players. They managed the game effectively. They did not allow West Ham to create what I'll call threatening chances. West Ham have a few chances, but they were not able to create clear-cut chances for them to equalize the game. There was the improvement in the midfield. Elneny and Xhaka was fantastic, in my opinion. Odegaard was kind of quiet in the game, but second half, his movement, his goal, his passing was much better than the first half. Martinelli was making runs, holding up the ball, attracting fouls, much improved compared to the first half. Saka was better than what he had performed in the first half. I understand there was a bit of back and forth between Arteta and Saka when he went down, whether he was feeling injury or not. I understand there was tension. We needed to make sure we held our defensive line. So Arteta wanted all the players to be in position to defend against West Ham. So I understand a bit of tension between Arteta and Saka. I'm sure the iron it after the game, they will hug and everyone will laugh it out. But we had a much improved second half, and eventually we won the game. I understand some of you would not like the performance. Let's be smart right here. The likes of Man City, Chelsea, even Liverpool sometimes have horrible performances, but guess what? They get the result. And we applaud that. We give them the necessary plaudits for that. Why can't we give Arsenal same plaudits? It's not all the time we'll have that expansive, beautiful football. No, sometimes we have to dig in deep. We have to play dirty and get the result. I understand Ramsdale got away with that borderline foul against Bowen in the first half, even though it looked like a dive from Bowen. Thank God there was no contact, but that was close. Ramsdale need to get us together. That was very, very close. What do you think about? Do you think that was a borderline red card or a sending off offense? Regardless, even though it didn't touch Bowen, the intent was there. I think Arsenal was lucky, in my opinion. What do you think? Leave it in the comment section. Who is your man of the match? Xhaka, Holding, or Nketiah? Leave in the comment section. Let me do the player ratings before I end this stream. Let's start from the back. Let's do the player ratings real quick. Ramsdale, I'll give him 7 over 10. He had that fantastic save in the first half. Shortly after we scored, there was a set piece from West Ham. I think that was Rice. He was running and he nodded the ball backwards. That was a fantastic save. That was shortly after we took the lead in the first half. So I'll give him his distribution was good, better than the previous matches. So I'll give Ramsdale a 7. Tomiyasu, before he came off, I'll give Tomiyasu an 8. He was steady. He was blocking the crosses. He was defensively solid. We could see the difference Tomiyasu adds to the team. No shade to Cedric, but Tomiyasu is a different level of defender. He knows his positional. He knows how to position himself. His defensive duties are first before his offensive duties, even though he does a bit of offensive duties, but he's a proper defender. Area threat, he calls them off. Dribbles. You can hardly dribble past him. So I'll give Tomiyasu an 8. Holding, besides scoring the first goal, had a fantastic performance, in my opinion. Nothing was going past him. Even when Mikel Antonio was introduced by West Ham in the second half, he was there for the physical battle. He gave what I'll call an 8 performance. So I'll give what's his name, Holding, an 8. Gabriel Magalhaes, I'll give him a 7 because of the terrible, in my opinion, very, very weak and lethargic marking that allowed Bowen to score the equalizer in the first half. So I'll give Gabriel Magalhaes a 7. Tavares, I'll give him a 6. He had a very torrid and very disturbing first half, but the second half was much improved. His athleticism showed, his physical strength showed, drawing the West Ham defenders, taking the ball on the run sometimes to alleviate pressure on Arsenal. So I'll give Tavares a 6. El Neni, I'll give him a 7. Very tidy on the ball, even though he had so many sideward and backwards passes. But of the true ball, he tried to send. I think he sent it to Nketiah, and Nketiah couldn't bury it. So he had a steady game, in my opinion. I'll give El Neni a 7. Xhaka, I'll give Xhaka a solid 8. He was covering for Tavares. He was, in my opinion, busted in midfield. He was physical. He was leading. He was intercepting passes. He was building up. He was holding the ball when necessary. His maturity showed in this game. I'll give Xhaka an 8. Saka, I'll give Saka a 7. Not the best game of Saka. We know he's a high performer, but this was not the best game. First half was a bit underwhelming. He picked up the pace and performance in the second half. So I'll give Saka a 7 before he was hugged up by what looked like a suspected injury. Hopefully he's fine and fit for the match on Sunday against Leeds. Martinelli. Martinelli was kind of underwhelming. First half was pretty flat for him. He didn't do much. Even second half, he picked up a little bit, but he didn't, apart from the what I'll call the assist that I provided for Magalhaes, he didn't do so much. I'll give Martinelli a 7. Odegaard, very underwhelming. I'll give him a 6, even though he picked up in the second half, but he did not influence the game according to his standards he has set this season. So I'll give Odegaard a 6. Nketiah, I'll give Nketiah a 7. He had chances to even score a brace at least today, but unfortunately, he wasn't clinical enough. But his hold-up play was much, much improved. In my opinion, in the second half, he was holding on the ball. He was taking on Zuma. He was taking on West Ham defenders. He was running the channel. He had an improved second half, in my opinion. So I'll give Nketiah a 7. That's my player rating. If you are disputing my player rating, leave your player rating in the comment section. And leave them respect in the comment section. What do you think about the game? Do you think Arsenal is in driving seat to snatch the top 4, the 4th position, or do you think we can actually call Chelsea? Chelsea is above Arsenal on the third, and they are third on the table, and they are leading us with just 3 points. Chelsea has played 34 games, 19 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses. Arsenal has played 34 games, 20 wins, 3 draws, 11 losses. Chelsea have 66 points. Arsenal have 63 points. They just didn't know with 3 points. It's not impossible. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but it's looking very, 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 very likely. It's looking very, very, very likely. Guys, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This is my match reaction of the victory at London Stadium. West Ham 1, Arsenal 2. Thank you for watching. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Let's be real. Bye from the players from the